78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell to be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share the joint. I'm outside relaxing like I do in some of my favorite little spots, enjoying nature, enjoying my peace and quiet. But you know, I got a lot of phone calls today. Whole lot of people sending me transcripts of the Cassie cross-examination again for day 5. Whole lot of people calling me, giving me their opinions about these YouTube dudes cutting jigs, all this stuff. And I'm just gonna say this, man. Look, what the cross-examination from Diddy's defense so far has shown is that Cassie was a willing participant in the freakoffs. And if something was illegal about the freakoffs, Cassie was also just as guilty as Diddy. Because the escort said that Cassie arranged them several times. Cassie asked me to, relieve myself in her face. So all this stuff that she was trying to say that Diddy made her do and she didn't want to do this and that, Diddy's defense team have shown text messages going back from 2007 to 2017 where this woman is still in love with Diddy, still talking about how she loved the freak-offs and she wished they could have another one and all this old nasty, disgusting stuff she talking about in the text messages. So while Diddy was disgusting in his role in the freak-offs for sure, she's just as disgusting. But yet the Simps and the born again 304s are out here trying to save Cassie. They don't believe in holding women accountable. You see what I'm saying? They don't believe in holding women accountable. They believe that the man is always guilty. Just like R. Kelly's wife. Remember, when I was the only person on YouTube, well, I ain't gonna say I was the only person on YouTube, I don't know that. But I was one of the few people on YouTube for sure. When R. Kelly got taken down. And I was all for him getting taken down. But I said, R. Kelly had co-conspirators. For years, R. Kelly had been messing with teenage girls. And why are all these people getting a pass? R. Kelly's wife testified and said that she had been with teenage girls, grooming those girls, teaching them what Robert likes, what R. Kelly likes. Somehow, this chick gets immunity and R. Kelly's in jail. How does that happen? How does a woman who admits to grooming young girls for the purpose of pleasuring her dude, how does she get away? You know how that happens? Because we live in a society that says women are children. Men are adults, men are responsible, women are little children. Women are not responsible for their actions. Doesn't matter if they're 18. Doesn't even matter if they're 19, 20, 21, 22. For some reason, we got people who believe that women are not actual full adults until they're 25. If that's the case, there's a whole lot of people guilty of crimes. If y'all really believe that women are not capable of making sound decisions until they're 25, that means you're a sexist, for one. You're biased. And any one of you dudes that ever went to the strip club and tipped some chick, you a hypocrite and a creep. Listen, bro, I've been to the strip club too many times. And I know what time it is. Them girls that's in the strip club dancing, it's from anywhere from 18, sometimes younger than that. They just don't tell you. You wouldn't know. You ain't checking for IDs when you walk in the strip club. Nobody is. Nobody's checking for IDs when they walk in the strip club and see a dancer. You just make the assumption she's 21. That's what all y'all do. And I'm here to tell you, you will be wrong. Because I know several chicks that started dancing at 15 in strip club and major strip clubs too. But anyway, y'all dudes to be them clubs, stuffing dollars down these girls' drawers, these young chicks, but then come on the internet pretending like you holier than thou and you sanctified and Jesus-defied and all this type of stuff. And it's all lies, hypocrites. You understand me? So now, Cassie got destroyed again on day 5. Now maybe day 6, the prosecution starts winning. Maybe they bring in a another witness that says some stuff that they can prove, and that makes Diddy look bad. But as of right now, Diddy looking really good right now, other than him beating on this girl. Other than P. Diddy beating up this girl, which is despicable, he's looking very good right now when it comes to the charges that the DA, the feds are charging him with. I haven't seen no racketeering. Cassie herself said in court, and I know y'all heard this, but your favorite YouTube channels ain't gonna talk about it. But I'm here to clean up the mess. You see, Cassie said in open court today in testimony, she perjured herself. She said that Diddy's assistants didn't know about the freakoffs. So the people who work for Diddy, they didn't know about the freakoffs. But yet, when the prosecution was cross-examining her, she created this atmosphere that Diddy's assistants and bodyguards, everybody knew about the freakoffs, and they used to bring in escorts and all this type of stuff, and they covered up all this stuff for Diddy. And then when Diddy's team was cross-examining her, she said something else. That's going to come back to bite her in the behind later. Right? But, I don't trust Diddy's lawyers. I think his lawyer's weak. But regardless of the fact, she got caught lying. See what I'm saying? She got caught flat out lying. Cassie did. She also got caught lying, saying that she didn't like the freak-offs. And now they showing text messages, not just from when she was a young girl, but when she was a grown woman, 10 years later. She's still asking for the freak-offs. She allowed this man Diddy to come in her house and supposedly grape her while she's with her husband. While she's with her new husband, Diddy come in and supposedly grape her, and she don't tell her husband. She don't call 911, but instead, you know what she does? She goes back to Diddy and to have relations with him again. And you know what the excuse from the Simps is? Oh, well, she has Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, that's all that was. Yeah, she had battered women syndrome. That's all it was. Yeah, Stockholm syndrome. I wonder if I'm going to be able to use that excuse. Can I say I'm suffering from post-traumatic slave syndrome? If I see a police car and I just go nuts and I want to unalive the cop, and I say, man, you know what? All the trauma I've experienced and all the trauma I've seen other men of my race and other women of my race experience, I just felt the need to, I lost it when I seen that police car. I'm gonna get laughed out the courtroom. But y'all, all you simps out there, all you dudes that didn't get over JJ in high school, all you dudes that lost y'all girl to the cool kid, the gangster, the thug, y'all, this is y'all moment of revenge. So now y'all hate Diddy, y'all hate Jay-Z, y'all hate anybody that get these women, because these are the women you always wanted and you just never could get them. So now you on the internet sipping and they still don't want you. Cassie likes guys like Diddy. The dude she married is because he's a simp, because he gives her stability. He gives her a rest haven. That's what women like Cassie do. 304s choose simps when they feel like, okay, this guy gonna take care of me. He gonna pay the bills. I can still have me somebody on the side to really hit it how I want to hit. That's why she was still cheating on her husband with Diddy. Mind you now, if Diddy was so horrible to this girl, and which he was, but if she didn't like it, if she wasn't in on this, if this wasn't some part of their sick ritual that they do, why would she be with a whole nother man and keep going back to this dude? Why? Miss me with the Stockholm syndrome. Any girl can use that excuse then. Any girl can say that. If that's what you say, any girl can just say, well, you know, she's not responsible for her actions because she was brainwashed. She was groomed. So was Lil Pookie. You know Lil Pookie from the hood? The one that got that's doing 15 years in the penitentiary right now because when he was 15, he got a pistol and he ran up in some old folks' house, did a home invasion, and somebody lost their life. Lil Pookie, you know him. Everybody got a Lil Pookie in their neighborhood. But Lil Pookie didn't grow up with no father. All Lil Pookie had was his mama. His mama was struggling, doing the best she could. She worked 2 jobs, which left Lil Pookie at home by himself. Most of the time, he lonely. He need a father figure. And then he go out to the streets and he see JJ. He see big OG JJ hanging out on the street corner, drinking a 40. That's his only example of a man. OG JJ give him a mission. Tell, hey, Lil Pookie, I'm gonna take this pistol. I want you to go put in some work for me. Go do this and do that. He get away with it the first couple times, then he get caught. Now he doing 15 years in prison. None of y'all care about Lil Pookie's story. Y'all don't make no excuses for him. You say lock him up. You don't say, well, man, Lil Pookie needed a father. You don't say, man, Lil Pookie got groomed to be a gangster. You don't say none of that. But when it comes to these wenches, when it comes to these 304s, you dudes throw y'all Captain Kirk Saver, you know what, cape on and start trying to protect these chicks. But you don't do that for your little brothers. All the little brothers that's in the hood that need y'all protection, your sons that's in the neighborhood that need your protection, you don't give them little brothers no protection. You don't give them no outs. You say you tired of them. You tired of these little YNs, these little ninjas. But when it comes for the 304s, are you all for Sexy Red? You all for Cardi B? You all for Meg Thee Stallion? And all this 304 culture that's being pushed on society. You all for it. You see what I'm saying? You all for it. Y'all some hypocrites and some marks to me. I don't respect none of you. Now y'all gonna change the age of consent. Now cleverly, you got men, not women, men trying to change the age of consent. Not women. I repeat, these are men. Simps online. Oh, that girl 19, she was too young. She didn't know. What? That's not what the government says. That's not what the state says. Who are you? When did this happen? Now that she's 19, she's not developed. But a black man, when he's 18, he's developed. He needs to be charged as an adult. Matter of fact, sometime when a black man's 16, he needs to be charged as an adult. When he do some goofy stuff, but when a girl do something goofy, nah, she ain't know no better. She got groomed, man. Can't you see what's wrong with you, 78? The girl got groomed. Well, the difference between me and you is I grew up in an environment where I seen girls like that take advantage of simps like y'all. All you dudes with that good tender heart and you got good intentions. You want to help the girl. And you think, oh man, I can help her. And see, this is the fantasy in your mind. You think that if you just prove to her that you're a good guy, that somehow she's going to love you and respect you and be thankful and appreciative to you. Oh, you know what? Marcus is such a good guy. Marcus looked out for me when I was in trouble and getting beat up by my boyfriend. Marcus gave me a place to live, and I'll never forget Marcus. Marcus took care of my 2 kids that are not his. Marcus is such a good guy. That's what y'all think in y'all fantasy head, in your simp mind. You think that's what's going to happen. But those stories don't exist. In reality, what happens is the 304 uses you until she gets in a better position, and then she dumps you. And then she goes right back to the same type of dude that she claimed she hates. That's what happens with women like Cassie. I've been where you are. All you simps, I've been there. I'm not talking from a position of a guy who ain't been where you been. I've been a sucker before, sure. I used to do the same stuff y'all doing. No, man, y'all wrong for how y'all treating that girl. Man, that girl, until I found out what they really about. You see what I'm saying? They'll use you. They'll use you and use your tender, kind heart. And then they run off right with the same type of dude that they claimed that they were trying to get away from. That's what they do. That's why Cassie kept running back to Diddy. Think about this, y'all. Cassie cheated on her boyfriend, her first boyfriend, for Diddy. Right? And that the court keeps trying to say Diddy taught her how to give oral, which is ridiculous, right? First of all, that got nothing to do with nothing. But second of all, they're trying to imply that she was such a young girl. But she cheated on her dude for Diddy. Her dude, bro, I swear this is an amazing story because I know so many simps who have done the same thing that, bro, this is amazing, really. It would take me 5 hours to really break down all the stories I got. So now, think about this. Her first boyfriend introduces her to Diddy. Oh, I'm gonna help you be a star, baby. He think he doing something clever. He think he get brownie points with the chick. Oh, she gonna love me now. I'm introducing her to a millionaire like Diddy. What happens? She snakes her boyfriend for Diddy. Snakes him. Right? Then Diddy, being a sucker and simp that he is, he introduced the girl to Kid Cudi. Hey, I want you to do a collab with Kid Cudi. I'm gonna leave y'all in the studio. Y'all go ahead and work out together. She starts smashing Kid Cudi behind Diddy back. Oh yeah. It's text messages that prove all of this. Text messages prove she even said to Diddy, I'm a horrible person. I'm a bad person. Oh my God, I'm just grateful that you love me. I can't believe I'm such a bad person. And she said she was sneaky. All this stuff is getting overlooked by all the content creators who are caping for Cassie. All these content creators, nobody is telling you what's really going on in that courtroom. They're leaving stuff out on purpose because they're in the bag. Most of these people getting paid by Tony Busby anyway. Tell you the truth. Tony Busby, well, whatever, I ain't gonna say nothing. Allegedly, these guys getting paid by Tony Busby. That's what I hear. But anyway, so not only did she cheat on her boyfriend, who introduced her to Diddy, and then she went behind her boyfriend back and cheated on him with Diddy. When Diddy introduced her to Kid Cudi, she went behind Diddy back and cheated on Diddy with Kid Cudi. Right? Then Diddy hires a personal trainer to keep them in shape. She goes behind Diddy back and messes with the personal trainer, and she's married to him to this day. And y'all caping for this dude? Bro, any man that's caping for this girl, I promise you, his girlfriend cheat on him. I promise you this is a simp. I promise you this is a dude who turned the other cheek and looked the other way and let women disrespect him all day long. All day long. That's who do it. Bro, this whole internet is full. I told y'all a long time ago. This is revenge of the nerds, fam. We are living in revenge of the nerds era. All of the lame dudes who didn't get no good stuff in high school, they was mad because all the cool boys, the cool kids was getting the girls and stuff like that. They didn't have no date for prom. These dudes is mad right now. And this is their revenge. So they coming after all the cool kids now. Diddy gotta go. Jay-Z gotta go. Tomorrow's gonna be another one. Now they coming after Chris Brown again. Right? They coming after Smokey Robinson, bro. Oh yeah, he called him a nice little smallmouth bass, huh? Was that a trout? Regardless, you feel what I'm saying? This is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be fooled by the simps, y'all. A lot of these dudes grew up in situations where either they was raised by their mama and no daddy influence, or they grew up seeing their mothers be abused or their sisters be abused. So now they personalizing this Cassie situation, and they don't want to accept that she is who she is. They don't want to hold her responsible as a grown woman. Right? So basically, for the rest of her life, for the rest of Cassie's life, she can never be held responsible because Diddy groomed her. And oh man, she's got Stockholm syndrome. But a man can't use that same excuse. A man can't say, well, the reason why I acted the fool is because of X, Y, and Z. See, R. Kelly tried that. R. Kelly, for whatever, however you feel about him, R. Kelly literally said that his older female cousin, and I think he said his older sister, but I know for sure he says older female cousin, used to give him golden showers when he was 6 years old. That boy was getting golden showers. Think about that. I didn't see not one person in the media, I didn't see one YouTuber say, hey, let's find out who this cousin is. Let's bring her to justice. Let's find out. She need to go down with R. Kelly. Nobody said nothing. Everybody gave her a pass. Know why? Because she a woman. Because she a woman. She get a pass. Just like all these teachers that keep getting caught every other day. You find out it's a teacher that's messing with some of these young boys, having threesomes and orgies with young boys, high school kids and middle school kids. Nobody saying nothing about it, bro. Instead, you got men out here, simps, on the internet giving high fives and, hey man, your little young homie's getting it in. Man, I wish I was in high school again. That's because you're not trained. You're not trained to see young men as victims. Only women. See, I take that personal. I take that personal. So all you simps out there, you can be mad all you want to. You can sneak this. You can say whatever you want to. I'm going to tell you right now, I take it personal. Because 304s can be predators like everybody else. And I already told you my story. You know what I'm saying? I got violated by some 304s when I was a kid, 7 years old. These wenches had me doing stuff I had no business doing to them, to no grown women. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody care. Only people who cared was my parents, and they dealt with the situation. But don't nobody care. Whenever I tell that story to somebody else, people be like, hey man, hey, dang bro, hey, I hear you man. Hey man, you got it in, man. You got your first piece when you was what, 7, man? Hey man. They try to make it a cool thing. But if a little girl say that happened to her, everybody's so stunned and shocked. And oh my God, that's so horrible. That's not right. Well, why it ain't horrible when it happened to a boy? Why? Because this society has taught y'all not to care, not to give a you know what about boys' mental health, about boys' safety. You don't care about men in general. All y'all do is y'all been trained from birth to care and cater and pander to these bras. That's all it is. So these chicks think they can get away with whatever. Cassie was a willing participant in all of that filthy stuff she was doing with Diddy. She was a willing participant. And when things hit the fan and she realized she ain't got no money, she tried to blackmail him to get that bread. She want that money. Diddy gave her 20 mil. And she still testified against him. Still testified against him. Yeah.